Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the first installment of Anime Movie Month 3. For this one, we're going to be taking a look at Redline. Now, Redline's a very interesting anime because of its history of taking over 7 years to actually become a thing. And also that over 100,000 of it was hand-drawn, which, if you think about it, is actually really impressive given this day and age, especially with the use of digital technology. Now, that's not to say if the quality is going to be good or bad. Is it or is it not? Well, let's find out. First up, the story. The story is actually rather simple if you think about it. It's just the main character, JP, wanting to get into Redline, getting into Redline, and racing. Yeah, that's about the entire plot. Like, there's a little side plot stuff around the way, but that's the main focus of the story. More so, the setting is what makes it kind of even more interesting, because it takes place on an alien world, full of dog-like aliens and alien creatures of all kinds, humanoid. Honestly, it looks really interesting, to be honest, and I wish they would have developed the setting a little more, if I'm going to be frank. To be blunt, I think that a lot of the story is underdeveloped. It's not bad, but it's really underdeveloped, and which is a shame. Next up is the characters, and they're not much better than the story, to be honest. I will admit that characters like JP and the main girl whose name escapes me at the moment are pretty well developed, and there are a few ones that are minorly developed, but a lot of them suffer from underdevelopment, which is a major shame because I would have liked to know a lot more about these characters, other than the brief little things we got about them. So, sadly, I'm going to say the characters aren't the best. Though to give them credit, they're all likable in their own little ways. And that's at least something, so there's that much at least. The high point of this anime, however, is the animation, which, given the fact it was 7 years it took them to make this, I will be very honest, they did a great job, and it was well worth the wait. Frankly, it is one of the best animations that I've seen in quite some time, and just really impressive. And the fact that it was partially hand-drawn is even more impressive. Overall, the animation is the highlight of this anime, by far. Not to ignore the OST, which is also really good. I really enjoyed listening to the tracks, and was just really enjoyable, and added to the scenes themselves, which is what an OST should do. In my opinion, at least, and it did its job really well. Finally, should you go with a sub or dub? I say go with the dub. Bang Zoom has a bad track record of being a hit-or-miss company when it comes to its dubs, but overall, I think this is one of their hits. I think it's really well done and just really enjoyable to watch. So, in my opinion, go with the dub. Overall, I consider Redline a very great popcorn flick. Something to watch with friends and just enjoy overall. Not something you really need to think too deeply about, just something kind of nice and enjoyable for the afternoon. And that's really all it needs to be, and I'm glad it knows what it is, because so many anime don't. And that's just why I like Redline as much as I do. It knows what it is and does its job well. What more needs to be said? I give Redline an 8 out of 10. True, it suffers from some development problems here and there, but overall, it's really enjoyable, and the effort for it shows. I highly recommend it. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and we'll see you guys next time.